All right, let's talk about a real-life legend, a mystery that has stumped people for more than 50 years. We are diving deep into the absolutely wild unsolved case of D.B. Cooper. So picture this. It's 1971, the night before Thanksgiving. A guy walks up, buys a one-way ticket for a quick flight from Portland to Seattle. Sounds normal, right? Well, by the end of the night, this guy pulls off one of the most incredible crimes ever, and then just disappears. Poof, gone. And who was this guy? Well, the name we all know is D.B. Cooper. Fun fact though, he actually called himself Dan Cooper. The D.B. part was just a little mistake by the media that stuck, but man, did it stick. That name is now legendary, pretty much the definition of the perfect crime. Now, when you think hijacking, you probably picture chaos and shouting, right? Nope, not this time. Cooper was apparently super calm, just a guy in a business suit. He just quietly handed a note to a flight attendant. She actually thought he was giving her his phone number or something and put it in her pocket. So he had to lean over and say, "Miss, you'd better look at that note. I have a bomb." So chilling. Okay, so what does a guy with a bomb want? His demands were super specific, which tells you this wasn't some last-minute idea. He knew exactly what he was doing. It all came down to two things. First up, of course, the cash. He wanted $200,000. And you got to remember, back in 1971, that was a ton of money. We're talking more than $1.5 million in today's dollars. And he was smart about it. He specified he wanted it all in unmarked $20 bills. And then there's the second demand. And this is the one that really gets people talking. He wanted 4 parachutes. But why 4? I mean, think about it. Was he trying to make the FBI think he had a partner? Or was it a genius move to make sure they wouldn't give him a faulty parachute, since they wouldn't know which one he'd pick? This one little detail has been the source of so much debate for years. And here's the crazy part. It all went off without a hitch, just like he planned. The plane lands in Seattle, they bring him the money and the parachutes. And Cooper, he keeps his end of the bargain. He lets all 36 passengers go. But he's not done. He keeps a few crew members and tells the pilot, "Okay, let's get back in the air." The new destination, Mexico City. So they take off again. But Cooper has very specific instructions for the pilot. Fly low and fly slow. And to make things even more intense, they're flying right into a nasty storm. Just imagine what's below them. Nothing but miles and miles of dark, rugged forest. It's like the perfect place to just disappear. And then it happens. This is the moment that makes this story a legend. Somewhere over Washington state, he tells the remaining crew to go into the cockpit and stay there. Then he goes to the back of the plane, lowers the rear staircase, which, by the way, shows he really knew this specific type of plane, and with all that money strapped to him, he jumps out into the freezing, stormy night from 10,000 feet up. You can imagine the scene when that plane finally landed without him. It kicked off one of the biggest manhunts in American history. I mean, for years, the FBI had agents combing through that massive wilderness, just looking for anything, a clue, a piece of the parachute, the money, anything. So after all that time, all that effort, all those resources, what did they find? You ready for this? Nothing. Zilch, nada, no body, no parachute, not even the briefcase. It's like the man just literally vanished into thin air. And that is what makes this case such a big deal, and why it's still studied today. This is, to this day, the only unsolved commercial airline hijacking in the history of the United States. Think of all the crimes that get solved, but not this one. The guy just got away with it. So that leaves us with the one big question that's been hanging in the air for over 50 years. Did he survive? Did he actually pull off the perfect crime and live out his days on that stolen cash? Or did the wilderness claim him, his body and the money lost out there forever? You know, the FBI officially closed the case in 2016, but the mystery is far from over for us. So I gotta ask you, what do you think happened to D.B. Cooper?